Hey guys, how you doing? I've got a new track rundown for you guys. I've been working on a new track now for a few weeks, and this one features a guy called Jack Wilkes. He did the vocals for me for this track. Well, not for me, they're freely available, but I used them and they went pretty well with this track that I was working on already. I am probably going to release this track on iTunes because I think it's a decent track. I've been talking to the guy Jack Wilkes about using his vocals commercially, and he seems I've got the go ahead to do that. You know, we've got a few things to sort out first, but so it'll be good to see this on iTunes. And as always, I'll put the link in the description for any way you can get this track, whether that be for free on my SoundCloud, or if you want to you know, support me with purchasing the track on iTunes, and that's great. And all the money goes towards new music equipment, as always. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just play the track for you, and then what I'll do is I'll talk to you in a bit more detail about what's going on in the track after it's finished. So I'll talk to you in a minute, guys. Enjoy.
Everybody in the club get in line. I'ma take you back to a different time. I'ma take you where the bright light shine and the bitches will find all the time. And the streets are filled with life. Let's stay just for the night. Let's try and change the world. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for 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 one night. Everybody in the club get in line. 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 I'ma take you back to a different time. I'ma take you where the bright light shine and the bitches will find all the time. And the streets are filled with life. Let's stay just for the night. Let's try and change the world. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. One night, one night. Let's rock this place for one night. Let's rock this place for one night. Let's rock this place for one night. this place for one night.
So there you guys have it. There's my new track. It's pretty much finished. I'll probably tweak it a little bit before, you know, releasing it to the masses on iTunes. And to the masses, I mean barely anybody, because I don't think anybody's buying my tracks on iTunes. But anyway, so let's dive into it. I think the main point of this this track was to be very bass heavy from the start. I did have the foundations of this track done before I imported the vocals and started putting the vocals into it. But then I kind of actually modify the layout of the track to get these vocals in there, but they fit really well together. Obviously the main part when this drop hits, I think this bit here, which is the Nexus, I believe, yep, Nexus, it's one of the presets from the Minimal House 2 bank. Now I have gone in there and edited some, you know, quite a lot of stuff in here, but yeah, if you want to find that on if you do have Nexus installed, you will be able to find that, and then you know, it's similar to the preset. What's on there is similar to what it sounds like there. If you want to get that preset. So yeah, if I just play that on its own, this is the kind of hook of the track, I guess. And then you've got the added bass down here, which is massive. And that's just from All About That Bass bank that I found on there. It's not from a well-known like Loop Masters or anything. It's just a back, you know, one of the smaller companies making some banks for massive. But there's some really good basses in there. And then with that, you get this on its own. You know, it's just, you know, it adds a lot of depth to the bassy part of the track. Now most of the you know, instruments on here are heavily compressed because there's that much bass in there. You need to compress that down to get a manageable sound. The amount of EQing and mastering I had to do on this track was pretty insane. As you can see, a lot of them have got some heavy EQ going on there. Yeah, pretty much every track. And then you've got the compressors I've set up there as well. That's to make, as I say, to make sure we get a nice even sound and nothing's too overbearing and doesn't make your ears bleed. So yeah, anything else? Yep, the vocals, which play those on their own. As I say, they're done by a guy called Jack Wilkes. You can see up here. You can find him on his Facebook. That's where I was in touch with the guy. He seems like a pretty cool guy, and yeah. He said that I could use his vocals non-commercially, and if I wanted to use them commercially, we had to come to some sort of agreement, which I think we're probably going to do. So yeah, it seems pretty cool. As I said, the vocals went well with the track. They fit in pretty nicely. What have we got going on here? I've got a bit of pitch correction just to make sure it's correctly going with the key of our tune here. Again, the compress, we had a delay on it. I've got Isotopes Nectar 2 running on here with a few, you know, its own compressor and limiter and a bit of EQing and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. And if I play them by themselves,
Everybody in the club get in line. I'ma take you back to a different time. I'ma take you where the bright light shine and the bitches are the fine all the time. And the streets are filled with life. Let's stay just for the night. Let's try and change the world.
So now the only thing you can really tell there with your ear is the delay and the pitch correction a bit there. But as I say, I have got another version of them here, but I didn't use them. And then this build up here, I think, kind of stands out. It's pretty cool. The vocals originally had this kind of build up here. But I thought it were a bit boring, so what I did is I pitched it up and I added like this clock sound, the way to describe it. It's in one of the Vengeance packs. I can't remember which one it is. It's one of the Ultimate Fills one. And then you got, this is how I edited it to kind of fit better with the track. Oh man, I forgot to do that.
Let's rock this place for one night. Let's rock this place for one night.
So I think it kind of just emphasizes the drop a bit there, and especially with that pitch up, it sounds pretty cool, I think, as well as the original. playing at the same time. Anything else? I used Isotope Ozone Mastering Suite to do the output here on my output channel. I'm kind of new to this. I used to, if you've watched any of my other videos, you would know that I usually, you know, throw a multipressor on there, and, you know, a compressor and stuff like that, and kind of do it all manually with Logic's built-in thingy. But I've been using this, and, you know, it's pretty cool. You can do some cool things with it. I've been messing about with it. I just loaded up one of the presets and then kind of tweaked it as I wanted to, because with this preset, I got the bass sounding really good, but it kind of choked down the higher frequencies. So I just kind of, you know, put the EQ up a bit there, and just leveled things out a bit, and that's just to make sure that we're not, you know, we're not distorting. And if you check your multimeter, you know, it's never in the red, it's always up here in the high blue. So I think it does its job pretty well, as long as you can get the sound you're looking for, which is the main important thing. You're doing it for yourself more than other people. That's always important to remember. I don't want to talk too much in these videos. I just want to do you know, a little rundown of the track, what I like and dislike about it. But as I say, I'm pretty happy with this track. There's nothing much I dislike about it. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you would specifically like to know about this track, and I can always message you back there. And what I will do is I'll also put a video up of just the track on its own, without me babbling on it, and then you'll be able to listen to just the track on its own again, or whatever, or download it, buy it on iTunes. It's very much appreciated if you do that. I need a new MIDI keyboard, guys. Yep, so I'll wrap that up one here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm hopefully going to get some new tutorials out this week before I go back to work, because I am on holiday from work at the moment, so I've got a bit of free time. I just wanted to finish this track before I start doing any tutorials and stuff, and I need some ideas, to be honest. So I'm gonna, tomorrow I think is tutorial day, where I'm gonna get a notepad and just write some ideas down and get some stuff done, because I haven't done enough tutorials for you guys, which is the main backbone of this channel. Well, I want it to be anyway. So let me know if you like the track, guys. As always, comment below, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, very appreciated, and I'll see you later. Peace.